Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Rita Egidio and I am here with Lindi. How are you doing? Welcome to the Dream Warriors podcast. Well, welcome to this episode. Welcome to 20 minutes, 30 minutes of pure inspiration. Thank you so much for being here. I want you to tell us who you are, what you do, and where are you based?
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me and inviting me. I'm very blessed to be on your show. And just happy to share some time with you. So my name is Lindi. I'm based in South Africa. I live in the beautiful city of Cape Town. And well, my story. So I call myself a vibrational alignment coach, mindset manifestation coach, but I prefer vibrational alignment because I really, believe in energy and vibrations, same as you, and we're all vibrational beings. And, that's basically the foundation of everything. Once you understand that, you understand so much. So I love all things spiritual. I love things energy. I love teaching people. I've been running courses for quite a few years now, mainly one-on-one sessions and group sessions. And now I've started to transition onto the online space. So yeah, this is all new for me, this whole sort of online and podcasting. So I'm a bit of a newbie to all of this. Yeah, and that's basically me in a nutshell.
And it's cold in Cape Town at this moment, right?
Yeah, it is. It's cold. It's raining. I was actually doing a Zoom session yesterday, and the lady I was chatting to, she's based in Serbia, and she was very surprised that we have cold weather in Africa.
Of course, I know because I grew up in Africa as well, so I know how it is. Not that in my country, because it's in the equator, we had no cold weather. But how is for you to grow up in South Africa, and how that did influence you becoming a coach?
South Africa is a very unique country. I think we're a very diverse country. We've gone through a lot of change, so from when I was born, there was obviously a lot of racial separation, or what we called apartheid. And so I was very young when that all changed. So I remember a little bit about how it was before, and I sort of remember the transition. And it's like I'm in the middle generation. So I've kind of got the older generation who are still, we're in the days of apartheid. And then I've got my children who are completely don't know anything about it. And they are, we've all the cultures, and we're all sort of together at the moment. So there's no more separation. We all just live together. So how did it influence me? Yeah, I think our country has seen a lot of pain and a lot of struggle. We have a lot of poverty in our country. And there is a lot of suffering. We've got a lot of crime. And I think just seeing people's struggles on a day-to-day basis, that inspires you to try and help people, and do what you can to try and help people. And I think at the end of the day, you help somebody by empowering them, by teaching them the power that they have inside of them. So I think that sort of was a part of what inspired me to become a coach, to help people.
And when did you start as a coach? What did happen to make you a coach? What was the story?
You ask that question to so many people, and they have the exact dates and the exact time, and they have this epiphany and this awakening experience. But for me, it wasn't like that. I think I've always just been a coach, if that makes sense. So I think when I was younger, I was 10 years old. There was no internet, not much TV. The closest you would get to reading a new book in our country was walking to the library. So what is the question again?
The question was, when did you decide I'm going to be a coach?
Yeah, sorry, I got lost on an image of me walking to the library
I know. For me, books were my We had a book fair. We had nothing in the country, and we had one book fair one time a year. And my mom used to buy me loads of books, and I think until today, I love to read because that was the only thing I had to do. So I'm with you. But what did happen to make you a coach?
Yeah, so I think I've always just sort of had that in me. My parents were very spiritual, so not spiritual, they were very religious people, so sort of a Christian upbringing. It never sort of sat well with me. I love Jesus, and I love, you know, the message, but I was never a religious person. So from very young, I started sort of questioning a lot of things, and my parents didn't quite understand that. Also in those days, you didn't question it. You know, now it's a lot more acceptable. So you didn't. So I think there was a lot of that sort of learning, and that sort of always being the inquiring mind, and just being a little bit different to sort of everybody in my particular surroundings when I was younger. So I was always growing up looking for answers to grow as a person, and somehow I think, and it's probably the same with you, is when you're that kind of person and you're looking for those answers, people sort of gravitate to your energy, and people sort of offload on you. And, you know, I'm having a bad day or I'm having a bad experience, and you kind of just naturally help them. And the words that you use sort of inspire them. And you don't always realize you're being a coach. It's just kind of within you, you know. This innate thing within you. So I think that's sort of what happened. I always just seem to attract everybody and their stories. And that sort of inspired me to learn how to help them better. So that sort of got me onto a mission of doing sort of my own healing, learning techniques, doing courses, doing training, you know, how to heal people. I've done energy courses, I've done life coaching courses. So I've done from the psychological point of view and training that way, and I've also done sort of energy healing and that sort of thing. So I kind of marry the two, because I think at the end of the day they are just one and the same. And yeah, so that's kind of how I became a coach. I think it was just always in me, and it was just down that path. It was an obvious path.
And what kind of people do you coach?
I seem to attract mostly females. So women, just not that I specifically aim for females, but women just seem to be sort of more attracted to me. But people from all walks of life, young, old. Sorry?
What they are looking.
So most people, I think, are just looking to find a way to be happy, you know, and they have different ideas of how that presents itself in their life. So some people are looking for a partner, some people are looking for
more money,
a job, or more money, or to be healthier. So they're looking for so many different things. But I think once you unpack all of those layers, it's ultimately just them wanting to find happiness. And so just those are the people that find their way to me.
And what kind of, I think you said already, but explain how can people work with you? What kind of offers do you have? What kind of programs do you have? What kind of options do you have?
Yeah, so I do one-on-one consultations with people, so people can book one-on-one with me. So if they're not local, I do Zoom consultations. And I have group sessions that I also do. So sometimes people don't like to work one-on-one. They prefer sort of a group energy and a group dynamic. So I do live coaching of groups, you know, sort of small events of about 15, 20 people. And then also Zoom gatherings of, 10, 20 people as well. Do some meditations online in group sessions. And I've also just launched an online course called Clear Your Money Blocks for Good. So it's more of a sort of a mindset and manifestation course for people who are just wanting to remove those blocks that are keeping them in that scarcity thinking and that lack thinking and in that sort of fear of money thinking. So that's just launched. And that's an online course that you can pay for once off and get lifetime access to that.
Amazing. And do you find people come to you a lot with money issues?
Yeah, definitely.
It's more money or it's more love?
It's either love or money. You're 100% right.
Yes, because me as a healer, it's money is the number one, and love, soulmate is the second one. And then I will say, sir, this body image.
Yeah, 100%. I find exactly the same.
And what is, can you share a story of a client then is in your mind or did mark you or represents your work in a way then blows your mind, something like that? Can you share outcome?
Yeah, I think my favorite story is actually that's actually one of my daughter. So, I think as much as I teach my children, they also reflect so much amazing things back to me. And while I was putting this course together and, just breaking it down and just immersing myself in the whole energy of it, my daughter just had this amazing experience. It just made me sort of confirm everything for me. So the course is obviously about clearing your money blocks and teaching people how to manifest money. And my daughter's 17, so she's still in school, but she's wanting money. She's wanting to earn money, and she's wanting to become independent. So she's in that stage where she can't really be totally independent, but she can start earning money. And she just one day decided that's it. She's going to go and phone people, and she's going to go and find a job. And it was just that mindset change, and I encouraged her to make a list of people and just go and put in the energy and just go and put in the efforts, and somewhere somebody something's going to happen. The universe is going to respond. So she didn't want to, and then this one moment she just had this moment of clarity, and she decided that that's it. She was going to go and phone people and go to people and contact people and do some networking. And I was quite proud of her for that, because it's not really her character to do that and in her personality. So it took quite a lot for her to go and phone people and put herself out there as a 17-year-old girl. And she didn't hear back from anybody for a while, for about a day. And it was about 24 hours later, she had a phone call from somebody completely different that she'd never even contacted. And they offered her a part-time job on the weekends, earning amazing money. So she earns on the weekends more than what some people earn on a full-time job.
My God, that is amazing. Congratulations,
amazing.
Mama. Mama is proud.
Yeah, so I think that was actually more of a message for me than what it was for her, because it was just clarity again on, once you just put your mind to something, and once you just, take that inspired action, and just put the effort in there. The universe doesn't necessarily give it back to you in the way that you think it did, because she got it back in a completely different way, but she did get it back at the end of the day anyway.
What is in your future?
What is in my future? So I think I have just basically started taking all of my courses and my knowledge onto the online space, so which is why I launched my first online course. I haven't really been online. It's been more sort of one-on-one and sort of small intimate groups that I've taught. So the future is going online and reaching a wider audience and trying to help more people from all over the planet, instead of just sort of the people that you can reach physically. So that's the
beautiful.
That's the goal.
How can people find you online?
They can find me on my website. So it's www.lindylandman.co.za. And then once you go to my website, you can see my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook.
Beautiful. A message for your younger self?
That's a good question. Message for my younger self. I think it would just be to take risks, to feel the fear and do it anyway. The fear is always going to come up, but if you just, like I said, that's my favorite story, is just take that inspired action, just take one step at a time, and you putting in the effort and you just changing your mindset, even if it's just in a small way, the universe responds and the universe starts giving back to you and helping you.
Beautiful. A quote that you like?
A quote that I like. Good question. There's so many. I think it was a quote from A Course in Miracles. I love A Course in Miracles, and it's that love holds no grievances. And I think that's something that will heal the world at the end of the day. And any problem can be solved with love. And any problem that exists is because there is a lack of love.
Why should a message for people who want to reach out to you? What you have, how do you present yourself? What you say to, if I was listening to this podcast and I say, maybe I should contact Lindi, do like a full unapologetic advertise to yourself.
Sure. So like I said in the beginning, I call myself a vibrational alignment coach. So basically what I do is I help people align themselves with their ultimate dream life, or the vision of the life that they want to experience. So at the end of the day, if you really want to attract that happy life, you have to learn how to embody that life in the moment. You have to become aligned with that life. Otherwise, it's never going to come into your experience. So yeah, what I do is I help people just sort of unpack why they are not in alignment. What are those vibrations blocking them? I help them identify the limiting beliefs, the emotional blocks, the traumatic past memories. We sort of take them one by one. We clear them out of their energy field and raise their vibrations so they get into a higher state of consciousness. And at the end of the day, they become happy, even if they don't have their goals. So the goals come is just a bonus. Them just feeling better and feeling happier and feeling more inspired and living a more inspired life ends up becoming the best result that they experience. And yeah, like I said, the other things that they get are just the bonus.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this little conversation where we can inspire the people. I'm going to say bye to these people. I'm going to say bye to you properly. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing. Thank you so much for your love. Tell me who I should bring next and what should I look for on my next guest. And thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you.